people sign out. Sign out quickly so you can come join warm up. Sherry's all dressed up. Where are you coming from? Funeral.
Yes.
Just a wild guess.
Yes.
There we go. Stand tall. I think you all got the email. If you want me to send it again, just let me know. The play Sisters-in-Law, which was here briefly the summer before last at Orr Theater. They got funding to come back, and they're doing a limited run at the Newman Center. They're still writing grants in the hopes of getting more national exposure. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's excellent, and you can only see it here because it's local people. So for right now, so standing tall, one shoulders, feet shoulder next to me, feet shoulder width apart. Yeah, just as long as you don't knock over my iPad, it's all good. Feet shoulder, one foot slightly in front of the other, and inhale. Arms up over your head. Exhale, extend your right arm, lift your left heel. Inhale, come down to center. Exhale, extend your left arm, lift your right heel. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, extend both arms, and if you're able, lift both heels off the floor. If not, just your arms. Inhale, come down to center. One more time. Exhale, extend your arms up. Inhale, bring your arms down and make sure you don't hit anybody. Inhale, bring your shoulders up to your ears. Hold your breath and squeeze. And exhale, release. And again, inhale, shoulders up to your ears. Hold your breath, squeeze, 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 and exhale, release. Inhale, bring your shoulder blades back. See if you can get them to touch. Hold your breath as you stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, release. Inhale, shoulder blades back. Stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale, release. Inhale, shoulders forward. Stretch that space between your shoulder blades out. Exhale, release. And inhale, shoulder blades, shoulders forward. Stretch out between your shoulder blades and release. And you're going to put your hands on your thighs, keep your knees relaxed, and you're going to bend over a little bit and take a deep inhale and see if you can send it into your lower back. So inhale. And release. If you can't feel it going down there, you may want to bend over just a little bit more, round your back a little bit. Don't do this thing because that won't work. Around your back a little bit and inhale. And release. And really focus on that feeling of having an inner tube around here. And when you're bent over, you can really feel the front easily. So focus on your back. So inhale. Your shoulders are relaxed. And when you think you're full, sorry, exhale because we took a break and I don't want you all passing out. So you're going to inhale. And when you think you're full, inhale a little bit more. And inhale a little bit more. And inhale a little bit more, last one. Hold it a little bit, feel how it stretches all along your back and slowly exhale as you straighten up. Tatiana, I thought you weren't here this week. You came back early? Okay, so you're gonna need to grab a chair. Bonnie, I have some checks for you and you're up front next to Sherry. All right, here we go. Good breath. Beautiful. Okay, now I want you to notice the walls open, right? Which means there's, yeah, somebody's phone is getting messages. Okay, I know it's not mine because it's here. So the sound is going to, I mean, the sound waves travel in straight lines. Sound doesn't go around the corner. However, the fact that the space is so big, it means that there, and we have the doors open, so there's less bouncing around. So really send your ears out as we do this. Again, same pitch. There it is. In tune right from the beginning. You have it in your inner ear. And even if I talk for 10 minutes now, you should still have that pitch. Breathe when you need to breathe. Focus it and send it. More projection. Not bad. And down. I'm doing it slowly on purpose. If you use your ears, you can hear that it starts, and then at some point it locks in. That's what I'm waiting for it to hear, that it locks in, that everybody is laser focusing their sound. So is not going to do it. Breathe whenever you need to breathe. And down. Good. Bravo. Take a breath. Some of you need air. Air. And the lower we go, the taller you need to stand, and make sure that you're filling that air in the back so that you have the support. Good. All of them that good. Good. Can I have a B flat, please? Zingy. Your turn. Zingy. Listen. Zinga. 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 Sound is lovely. Putting it all together. Refresh your B flat, please. Good. Be careful that you don't go z, z, Think of the ah before you get up there. And up. getting into a place where all of us have a little bit of a break there at the bottom. It's easier when it's lower. It's easier when it's higher. Here, this is a place. Zing. So make sure, hey, Lainey, these are your soprano two peeps right here. Zing. Here we go. Zing. 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 Careful, it's a little z, z. It needs to be closer to z than u, otherwise it sounds muddy. Here we go. Zing. 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 Here's the noodle. Zing. Zing. It was not in tune. Lift the soft belly. Zing. Lift it. Zing. Here we go. Zing. Zing. There it is. Zing. 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 Okay, can I have a, do I want to do this now? Yes, I want to do this now. Can I have an F? These are chromatic half steps. Yeah, we're going to do a spot and anyone can sing. So we have to have a very clear difference between half steps. Can you refresh the F for me, please? What vowel do you want? E. Yeah, with a D, E, E, E. D. Okay, yeah, tricky. F. Okay, you wanted to go farther down. Da, da, whole steps. Da, that's easy, right? Do, re, mi, re, do, da, harder. Refresh my F, please. No. Can I do the F sharp on F sharp, please? No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Sometimes my brain short circuits. That's why I keep me holler. No, here we go. be doing a bunch of half step, whole step stuff. So Bonnie, you're up here next to Sherry, Lainey next to Barb, or between Barb and Michal. Like I said, we will figure out the final seating, how we do, whether we do 2 rows or 4 rows. So I would like to, yeah, I want us to run. Shh. I want us to run Song of Ruth. Sorry, I can't hear. Tatiana is between, she's usually next to Mimi. Yeah. She knows where she goes. No, it's okay. It's all good. Song of Ruth. So Michal is sight reading this. Other than that, all y'all should know this perfectly well. Yeah, I know. So you know, it's as we saw with Lechilach, as we saw with No One Is Alone, which, by the way, speaking of No One Is Alone, I was at Michal and Jeff and I were at Into the Woods yesterday at the Arvada Center. If you get a chance, they're playing through October 9th, so there's not a lot of time, but it is a phenomenal production, absolutely phenomenal. The concept was fabulous and amazing, and there were so many things that I had seen the video of the original cast, and I liked this more. And the singing was terrific. There was like one place where it was really hard to go into the Woods theme, and the baker went into the wrong key, but then the orchestra came in and it was good. But the singing was good. The acting was phenomenal. You are going to adore the princes. So funny. The choreography was really a character in the story, and I cried through No One Is Alone from beginning to end. So, but as we ran through No One Is Alone, we ran through Lechilach. It's good to know what we remember and what we need work. We know the soprano 2-part. We know that we need work on that. So, Song of Ruth. Sure. She's starting at 10. You're gonna love this, Michal. It's so pretty. And I'm going to stop you. Good. So I was impressed because Leslie started singing by heart. I was like, wow. All right. So we know what we need to work on. I'd like us, please, to let's look at pages 8 and 9. We're going to start at measure 57. So what I'd like to do now is where you die, I will die. Just that much. Here we go. 2, 3, playing parts, please, Millie. 3, 4. A cappella, just that much. There's the D. Easy altos, 2s, gentle. Here we go. Oh, did you hear that? So, D again. Can I have just that? Okay, how does the ventriloquist do W without moving mouth? Right? Gives you the W. Now you're going to open your mouth, but you don't need to go WH. Press the D. Here we go, a cappella. One more time, confident. Don't worry about singing soft, worry about singing in tune. The music and the neshama, we have the music and the neshama. Now we want to get the notes like, where you die, I will die. All of those repeated D's, alti, need to have direction. Here we go. Next bit. And there will I be buried. Nearly parts. Okay. Yeah, okay. Tricky place to start. Here we go. There we go. Again. It's going to be flat. Here we go. And there the half step. And there with love the half step. And there, and there, and there. Here we go. Sorry. Here we go. The hands acting on their own. B is a little aggressive. And there will I be buried. Right, buried is more important than buried, even though B is the highest note for you soprano ones. And again. Here we go. So much better. Back to where you die until buried. This was the work we could, we did a lot of note learning. This is going to be the theme for today, spots that are hard. And be aware of where you are unison, right? So where and there, and then where, here we go. Really nice. Don't worry about the B. Think B, but that jump, the B on the high D, it's just closing too much. If you make as if you're going to close your lips, but you don't close them all the way, you still hear the B. One last time. watching me because maybe it's not the tempo that you think I'm going to do. So much better. Okay, so where you lie high. That one's easy. Let's do the first way you lie high. Where you pick up to 61. Here we go. I'll play with it, please. 1, 2. Where you lie. Okay, so soprani. Where you. Yeah, you cannot close on that L. Flap your tongue or just go where you are. Where you are. Sing. Where, sorry, F. Where you are. They got the L. They got the L. Soprano ones. 1, 2. Can I just have the high F? Breathe. Okay, so if you come from below, come from above. Good breath. Okay, look at the shape of my mouth. Almost square, right? Yeah, this is not that high, but it's an uncomfortable jump. It jumps over a break in your voice. If you watch sopranos that sing the high C's, or not Domingo, never mind, but you watch tenors, right? You can see their tonsils. If you cannot sing the high F today, that's fine, but you need to either practice it or not sing it. Where you fresh the F for me. Thank you. 1, 2. Good. What are the dynamics on where you? Everybody. Crescendo. Where you do the more of the crescendo before the high F. Otherwise, what I hear is where you hear that echo. Where you and then you don't have to blast it. Everybody else is going to do forte. High F is always going to be forte. Mark it for yourself as mezzo forte and make it beautiful, and it will be heard. Last time, and I'll pick on the soprano twos, I promise. 1. Better. Still needs work. Soprano twos, give them the D. Soprano 2. The D was lovely. Not so lovely. Open. Everybody. Together. Again. Don't, the dynamics are written and lie is important, but you can't smack that highest note. Soprano 1s and 2s. Alti, we're coming to you in a minute. Your part is easy here right now. Okay, too much time on the L's. Don't worry about the L. 3, 4. Can't be 3, 4. After the 1. 1s and 2s. 3, 4. Close. We're going to add the altos. Yeah, we still need work on this. Can I have altos and soprano 2s? Soprano 1s gave you a break. 3, 4. Okay, guess what? Lie is flat, ladies. Where you lie. It's not as far as you think. Don't worry about. Everybody wants to do too much L. Where you lie, and then you're flat. Where you lie. Just flap your tongue. Everybody will hear the L. LT. Thank you. Soprano twos and alto. Hug the lie. Good, Alti. Open quicker. Yes, yes. Soprano ones ready to. You are singing an octave with the alto twos. Listen for the alto twos. Don't worry about the soprano twos. Good breath. If you're not drinking, you should be. Much better. Unison, right? Unison at the octave. And here's where your heart goes. Everybody from measure 62, nearly playing parts. Here we go. 3, 4. Soprano twos. Everybody on soprano twos. You can sing it in your own octave. I don't care. Where you are. Soprano twos. If you want to practice it an octave lower, that's okay too. Barb, don't keep hitting these high notes over and over again. You won't be able to talk tomorrow. 3, 1, 3, 4. C, B, C sharp. I'm singing it wrong. You're gonna have it's a C sharp. It's the C sharp, and you never got it last year. This year we are getting the C sharp. Michal is here for 4 weeks. Yes, Jessica.
Can I hear the
Yeah.
one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's the one I can.
Yeah, we're gonna soprano twos. No chit chat. Michal's here for 4 weeks. Alicia will be back next week. She's rehearsing with the Symphony Chorus Orchestra, so I'm guessing they're doing something choral this weekend. So alto 1 and 2. Here we go. Same place, 62. 3, 4. La, too much. Can I have it just the vowels? No consonant. Here we go. That's in tune. Now flap your tongue and don't let the L get in the way of the because you're going lie. Everybody's guilty of this. Soprano 1, soprano 2, alto 1, alto 2. Same place. 3, 4. There we go. Soprano 1. 3, 4. Everybody. Sorry, everybody. 3, 4. Bravo. We're kind of hitting this loud, but it's okay. I'd rather be in tune right now. Once you're confident, then we can put the neshama back in. The F sharp. Here we go. Pick up to 61. Everybody. 1, 2. Okay, one more time, ending the I. Not I, end. Okay, we don't care about the second vowel sound of the I. Backing up to where you die, 57. Here we go. 3, 4. Very soft. Keep going. Just that much a cappella. You need to all practice where without going w and lie without going lie. Yeah, it's just a matter. I actually let's do it a cappella with just vowels. You'll see how much more in tune. That was good. That was good, but it's not. Doesn't sound confident. Soprano twos. You got the C sharp. Now pull back a little bit. It's important, but it's a color. It's a little bit of blush, but we don't want clown cheeks. Here we go. 3. Sanity check. Bravo. Good. Good. Okay. Better. Soprano ones, you need to practice. You need to be warming up those high notes. You need to be warming up those high notes. I did some today, but you really need to sing every day. If you want to sing F's and F sharps and G's and G sharps and A's, you can't just come and do it once a week at rehearsal. It just doesn't work. All right. The Valley Awakens. If you don't have one, there's copies of the score here. Oh, that's right. Jan said she would tune in on Les had some procedure. Okay, so I know that most of you are familiar or somewhat familiar with this. We are not going to start at the beginning. We are going to start on one of our bêtes noires, which is Black Beast, or the places where we really had trouble. And don't worry, Larissa, because everybody had trouble here, so we're all going to relearn it. Page 18. Sorry, not page 18, because you have a different 130, measure 138. No, because we didn't sing this last year. We started it at the beginning and then we didn't. And so I'm not assuming that you know it. Measure 130, 138. Measure 138. By the way, the composer is with us, Erev Rosh Hashanah, so David is coming. And the composer is having Rosh Hashanah dinner with us. Yeah. We have 3 extra places. I had somebody cancel. All right. So, Neely, if you could play Dehera, Hehe, Ha Ha, etc., etc. Parts, whatever you can do. Doesn't sound hard until we get to it from what came before, and then we're like, oh, and putting it together, it's when you hear the sounds together, they're easy, and then you try to sing your part, and it's like, why can't I find this note? So we are going to start on the alto part. Everybody on the alto part. All right. Let's do it on do. Neely's playing with us. 1, under tempo. 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 do. I didn't count. Yeah, so we got that F sharp, we've got the F natural. One more time. I will count this time, I promise. 1, 2, 3. And those of you who are wondering, why is measure 141 so much longer and slower? Notice that at 138, we have 3 quarter notes per measure. And at 141, we have 6 quarter notes per measure. And we're counting the same quarter notes. Everybody on soprano 2, please. Here we go. Seems like it should be easy. 1, 2, do. This feels trickier to me. I feel like I don't know what the heck I'm keyed in, right? The alto, you're on D. The soprano 2 is like, what? Why is there a G sharp? There's no G sharp in D major. It's weird. One more time. Same measure. Here we go. And we're going to sing the soprano 2. Neely's going to play the alto part softly underneath, but we're going to sing soprano 2. Here we go. Play both though. Put it together, it sounds a little more logical. That first measure, we have a major third, major third, which is not what we're expecting to hear. Alto 1, soprano 2, soprano 1, you can rest and listen or pick apart and sing along. 2, 3. Yeah, and it's going to be ha is one word. Darche, that last beat of measure 140 has to go to the downbeat of 141 because it's one word. Darche noam. Her ways are ways of beauty or pleasure. All right, soprano 1. Everybody on soprano 1, sing it in your octave. Here we go. 2, 3. One more time. The high E, not so high. Not so high. It's not so high, so don't stress out it. That's all it is. Here we go. Do, do, do. Good. Soprano 1 and alto. Soprano 2, pick apart to sing. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. See how we're missing the soprano 2? Mark for yourself that the last beat of 140 is what? Why do I want you to mark the last beat of 140? It's unison. Wasn't unison now. Was kind of. They say, well, how do you play a half step? Ask 2 tenors to sing unison. Oh. Works for sopranos too. Works for sopranos too. Yeah. So please, one more time. Soprano 1, soprano 2, soprano 1, and alto soprano 2. Pick apart to sing along with. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Relax. Unison. Good. Soprano 2 and alto. Soprano 1. Actually, we did this. 3 parts. 3 parts. Here we go. Give it a shot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to make a policy decision. We're all going to lift before the last beat of 140.
We had that down.
We had that, yeah, and yet. One more time. That was so much better. Now, I want you to listen for a minute what the piano part is doing underneath. Because it starts out helping you, and then it doesn't. Here we go. Okay, so it starts out, I think those triplets are faster. Do, 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 do. No, you're right. Here, oh, she's always right. I don't know why I was questioning it. Here we go. 3 parts, so we're going to sing it. Let's speak the words for a minute. Neely's going to play underneath. Lift. Yeah, singing. Nah, I saw that. When I do it, and there we go. Okay, deracheha pitches with the text. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you were under the impression that you were together, I will disabuse you of that. But it was the right pitches. Backing up, measure 132. Measure 132. Your ahs. Okay. Who's doing top? And who did top last time? Did you do top or bottom? I think you did. I think you did top. I think 1 on top is enough. Ann will do the F. Everybody else is doing the D. Everybody's singing soprano 1.
Just to let you know, I don't know it now.
I know. Well, that's why we're working on it. We're working on it.
That's no excuse, by the way.
So I just want you to let's look at measure 135. And the response is what? WTF? Why is it in 6/4? Because if you just look at the soprano 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There's no reason to switch to 6/4. All right, same thing with the soprano 2. So the 6/4 is for the alto. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you know what? Let's read 3 parts. Those of you who know it. Those of you who are reading, read, and we will work on. We're working. If we get from D until Deracheha Noam, I'm happy. That's all I want to do. We're doing spots. This is a long, hard work, just like anyone can sing is a long, hard work. And Nigar Sum has a lot of challenges, although it's not as long because the print is really small. So it's only on a few pages. Here we go. 132. Give the pitches again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Off. 5, 6. Yeah, that's all I want. That's all I want. All I want is the first beat of measure 38, 138. That's all I want is the first beat. So, and the other sopranos are singing that D.
Yeah, I'm not hearing what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, so backing it up. I don't want to beat up soprani. I don't want to beat up the high register. So let's start with the alto, please. Here we go, everybody on the alto. That's it. That's all we need. That's all we need. And nothing that the piano does in 130 does in 137 is going to help you find that note. You just have to remember. You just have to remember in your voice. Soprano 2. Soprano 2, 132. Everybody in soprano 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Off and yeah. And B flat, F sharp. It's only a third. Da, da, it's a major third. If that helps you write it in your score. All right, soprano 2 and alto. This is hard. We stumbled over it. It's hard. I just will tell you that this is the easier score after he brought me a 4-part score with divisi and was not what we commissioned. I commissioned a 3-part, 3-minute score. That's what I commissioned.
I'm Russia trying to give him a lot of dessert. David does things his own way.
David does things his own way. I haven't told him that we're doing it this year, just in case we have to drop it again. Because last year we were, So my plan is that we're going to do it, but we have a lot of challenging stuff. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Soprano, alto, and soprano 2. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, off. Think. Sharp. Yeah, make sure you write yourself that it's an F sharp. There's an F sharp in the key signature. Good. Soprano. Yeah.
Does Neely play like G minor and then D major? Does she play those chords?
Here's what she plays in 137. Play 137 into 130. And then D major. Yeah. Yeah. So part of it is vocal memory, is muscle memory, and part of it is hearing this and focusing on this and finding it from that. I have confidence we will get there, and the recording is on the member page of our premiere, world premiere. All right, soprano 1 at 132.
Can I hear the part?
Yeah, you want to play the soprano 1 part? So yours is the easiest to find, actually. The soprano 1 is the easiest to find. Okay, here we go. It's just the soprano 1. Play the soprano 1, but we're going to sing soprano 1. Sing soprano 1 either in their octave or your octave, and you can play the other 2 parts underneath. Here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. Soprano 1's ready? Soprano 1, soprano 2. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 2, 2. Off. 2. Just the first note. Just the first note of De Do Fe Ha is good. 3 parts. Valley, measure 132. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Off. Just the first note. There it is. Yeah, okay. Good. Let's sing something a little bit easier. back up to measure 123. Into the Oz. All right, ready? Guess what? It's unison. Hooray! All right, speaking the words for a second, just so you have the rhythm. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Etz Chaim hi lama zikim ba'af v'tohom pe'eha ne'usha 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and then up. Okay, here we go. Playing their part. Their part. And we're going to go into the Oz. We're going to keep going into the Oz, into the Daracheha. We're going to sing from here until the end of the 142. I dare you. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good, keep going. Divisi. 1, 2, 3, off. Bravo, bravo. Okay. Questions about this section? You want to do it again?
Sure.
Okay, just this much again. All right. When we did the performance, I was immensely proud of what we had achieved. It's a really hard piece, and then I presented it last year to a consortium of directors of women's choirs, and so I asked David, if we could get a better. Long story, file got lost, He has a voice recorder. He had a sound file. I put his sound file together with my video file. And as he was cleaning it up, getting rid of the noise, and he says, they really did a good job. This was really an admirable first outing for this piece. So was it perfect? No. Was there room for improvement? Always. And from my perspective, I just want you to feel comfortable and rock solid. The more comfortable you feel, the better you'll feel about the performance, even if you make a mistake. The more uncomfortable you feel, the more hesitant you'll be, the less it'll be a tune, all that good stuff. All right. Bum, 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 bum. 1, 2, 3, off. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, breath. 2, 3. 2, 2, 2, off, 2. Bravo. Are we good to continue or do we need a break? Need a break. So we are going to start working on Nigrasum, otherwise known as Shifalani. It is up there. Yes, it's right over over here. So I take no responsibility for the size of the print. This was a downloaded score from the public domain. So Pablo Casals, a very well-known 20th century cellist, conductor, marvelous musician, set some phrases from the Song of Songs. And if you look on the back page, I have the text. So this was suggested to me, and I spent a good chunk of time figuring out what the Hebrew was, because apparently whatever version of the Bible he used, the verses and the chapters did not align with the Hebrew verses and chapters of the Song of Songs. Either that or whoever labeled whatever the verses was didn't get it right. And so they're not full verses, they are partial verses. And you can see on the back page, I am dark. I don't like the word comely, but I copied this from Safaria. I am dark but comely, O daughters of Jerusalem. Comely. Lovely. How about lovely? I don't like that word. It's very archaic. The king has brought me to his chambers, which of course in the translation that comes with the Casals version, it's Lord with a capital L.
What's the Hebrew for darkness?
Shechora, black. It actually says I am black. Vinava. The king has brought me to his chambers. My beloved spoke thus to me. So the king speaks to the beautiful black woman. Arise, my darling, my fair one, come away. For now the winter is past, the rains are over and gone. The blossoms have appeared in the land. The time of pruning or singing, the word zamir is, and it's also the name of a particular bird that comes in spring, has come. So in Hebrew, Shechora ani v'nava b'not Yerushalayim. Havi'eni hamelech chadarav, ענה דודי ואמר לי, קחי לך רעייתי יפתי ולכי לך, כי הנה הסתיו עבר, הגשם חלף הלך לו, הניצנים נראו בארץ, עת הזמיר הגיע. So it's, say again? No, it's parts of verses that he chopped up and put together. So a word on the parts. So it starts in two-part, and you can see the first 2 pages are two-part, and then when you flip the page, it sort of becomes 4-part, except that for a lot of it, soprano 1s and 2s, yeah, there were things that I got into, and it's like, how did I change the name of this again? I don't remember. A lot of them are unison. So alto, we're gonna do our splits in our A1, A2, S1, S2 splits. So alto 1, when it collapses into alto, then you're on the alto line, and don't worry about the soprano 2. So we're going to listen to the piano part. I think we're going to have Neely play all the way through. Do you need me to turn? Yeah, just so they can hear it. It's not fast. And very romantic. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, and that key change is very 19th century vocabulary. Yeah. wrote it in Latin. Piano and voices. Okay, so, and I did have somebody who knows the, yes,
Yeah.
he wrote it in Latin. And it's a prayer for as far as he was concerned, this is the God and whatever chosen people he was. I didn't compose it. I adapted it to Hebrew. Hallelujah works for us too. We can sing it as hallelujah. We don't have to do it as alleluia. It was just, I didn't have to edit that part. It was already written that way. So you might have noticed as we went through, thank you, Neely, I sprung that on her. I sprung that on her. You might notice that there are syllables that have melismas, bunches of notes on syllables. Okay, so let's read. First page. You have two chances to go through it. Forget about the words. 1 and 2. Speaking is not reading. Repeat. Breath. Soprani, open to ah. So you can see very, very singable, very melodic. Yeah, that high G, you got to open up your mouth. We can, if we find, I sang the parts, and that's how I decided where to put the syllables so that there would be both the accent that was appropriate to the text, and so that we weren't singing na on that high G. All right, speaking the text, everybody on their own parts. 1 and 2 and 1 and Shechora Ahani Vehena Hava Benot Yerushalayim Havi Enini HaMelech HaChadara Ahana Hadodi Ve'ahama Okay, yeah, so there's places where, yes, where your text is not aligned. That was also in the Latin. I didn't do everything that he did. There were places that I did change the rhythm because there was just the Hebrew text, the number of syllables in the Hebrew text and the number of syllables in the Latin text were not the same, and the accents didn't fall in the same place. Okay, everybody's singing. It was a lot of work. It was, and I wasn't sure that it was going to work. I was actually, I did communicate with Carol, and we got the okay to sing it in Latin if the translation didn't work. But
It's in the public domain.
It's in the public domain. I downloaded it.
Did that one.
I don't know.
None of his people said they wanted their stuff.
Yeah.
That happens.
I mean, I downloaded it from the public
I was at
domain.
a concert he did just before he died. So that was in 1973 in Israel. So
He
August. Oh, okay. The point was.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not yet 50 years. since he passed
no,
away.
people don't always,
No, I'm
Nobody-
familiar with that with another 20th century composer.
20th century, and there's, Israeli poets that their stuff just, well, Israel as a whole is a black hole anyway. But do go search for him on YouTube because he's a 20th century composer, but he definitely has a 19th century sensibility. His sound is amazing and I mean, I love Yo-Yo Ma, but this is something, it's different. It's a different generation. It's completely different generation. So it's good to know both parts. We're going to say again. No?
I
Yeah.
didn't know you-
Yeah. Let's all sing the soprano. Alti, take it an octave lower. Anybody who's not happy with that high G, just go down whenever you want. With the text, please. 1 and 2 and 1. 2, 1. Go down an octave if you don't like it. Yeah, so pretty singable, I think. Lots of so gotta open. It's beautiful. If you don't dream this tonight, I will be surprised if you don't dream this tonight because it's really very, very beautiful. And as an instrumentalist who plays a melody instrument, he's very generous and to all the parts. So the alto part is beautiful in and of itself. Everybody, I've got so many things going in my head. It's like,
I
the
know.
valley awakens. This is the high holiday music. I conduct the high holiday choir. 1, 2, 3, 4 are in the high holiday choir. So yeah, I do love that Areshito. All right, from the top, everybody on the alto part. Everybody on the alto part. And when we put it back together, when things don't align, your goal is not to go, oh no, they're confusing me. It's to listen and hear how it intersects because that's part of the style. Okay, everybody on the alto, 1 and 2 and 1. So placed, such a beautiful place in the voice, right? Really wonderful. All right, so before we put that together, let's look at the second page. And Alti, I'm willing to take a vote. Measures 30 through 35, if you want to leave that up there, if you want to go down the octave. Okay. All right. Alto pick up to 30. Here we go. 2, 1. 2, 2, 2. I don't really hear a problem, other than that you're not in tune with each other because you're sight reading. I don't. Those D's sounded just fine. Then don't sing it. Then don't sing it. If we're either going to all go down, the whole section's going to go down, or those of you who don't have the D just don't sing the D. Okay. So let's sing the first page and then we'll take a look at the second page because I have 2 more songs I want to look at. Here we go. 1, 2, one. Wide open mouth soprano. Second ending. Good job. Okay, take a look at pick up to 30. Text. 2, 1. Amali Kubilach Rayati Yafati Ulchila Kumilach Rayati Ulechila. Good. Everybody on alto. 1, 2, 1. To listen to each other and tune the beat. Lift. Lift. Keep going, the next measure. And then we're not going to do the third page. Great, everybody on soprano? Remember, you have lach on that high F, that becomes ah. Let them do the lach. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. Skipping ahead. F sharp. All right, put it together, both parts. So pretty, right? Does these expected key changes, but it's by the way, I put this on arrangeme.com and two people have bought the score in Hebrew to perform. Yeah, pretty cool. Haven't made any money on it yet, which is not the point. I just thought it was cool that other people wanted to do it in Hebrew. Here we go. Pick up to 29. 2, 1. 2. Play the piano. Yeah, and you're dying to do more. I know, you're dying to do more. Do listen, the Latin is on the member page, so do listen to that. Okay.
Good question.
Yes.
On this, on verses 90 to 100.
Measures?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll
We will decide. The score says unison, and actually the original score has 3 soprano parts and an alto. So so if you look at measure 83, it says unison, molto espressivo on the soprano lines. So I haven't made a final determination on what we'll do on that. We may have the sopranos sing the first half and the altos sing the second half because of the range. Because apparently his sopranos like to sing up to G and down to B flat, B middle C. All right. Anyone that can sing, we are going to. There we go. So guess what? We're not starting at the beginning today. Anyone can sing. I thought I said that. We may or may not get to. Well, yeah, nobody has sung the part that we're going to look at now. Okay. Measure 42. And we're going to do measure 42. We're going to do that page, and then we're going to back up and get into this very tricky section that sounds very tricky when you sing it, when you hear it, but when you sing it, less so. Carol, for you and Jan, who are sometimes soprano 2s and sometimes alto 1s. The bottom of page 7, measure 41. You're going to be in soprano 2, and then in 42, you're splitting to the upper alto divisi until measure 52, and then you go back up to the soprano 2. So that will not be too big a deal. So if you look at what is going on in each individual part on this page 8, you can see that there's not a whole lot of pitch changes going on in either the soprano 2 or the alti, right? There's not a lot going on. So if you flip back for a second to the previous page and remember the section of tattered remnants of your pride, and flip to know these rags as your only protection, so this is part of that big thing. So this section is easy, and then we'll gradually get into it. And yes, Aviva. Those lines? Okay, so the lines are stresses. And when there's a little like arrowhead underneath it, it's even bigger stress. So if you think of 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Those are our normal stresses. 1, 2, a little bit more of a stretch, and that will happen naturally from the accents of the words and the way that we pronounce them. It kind of happens by itself. By the way, Larissa, you were going to write me about which Hildegard this reminded you of. Yes. I have Miss Ramsey's email. Okay, so everybody is going to be a soprano 2. Let's speak it, please. 3, 4. Know these rags as your only protection, and yet still open and sing from that and sing. So you see that she has those dotted lines that are correct, connecting notes, that she does not want a breath there. So that means in measure 43, it's going to be brag, zaz, your only protection. So you have to figure out some other place to breathe that is not, and this is true for everybody, all of those places where there are dotted notes, dotted lines, figure out a different place to breathe. So you can go, know these rags as you. Okay, you can breathe somewhere there in the middle, but not between know these rags as. Don't do that. Okay. So pitches, please. No text. Everybody soprano too. But respect the accents and the connected notes. On do. 3, 4. Do. Okay, just that much. So there's crescendo going on here. There's a lot of repeated notes. If you go, do, 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 oh my God, how many E's do I have to do? It is going to get flat. Now there is excitement going on. Everybody on the alto. Words, 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 words. No, to know these rags as your only protection, and yet still sing from that and sing. Okay, we're getting to sing. Now, soprano twos, you are a partner to everybody. You partner with soprano ones, you partner with altos, and they kind of come and go. All right, here's the pitches for the alti. Ready? 2, 3, 4. No, to know these breaths as your only protection, and yet still sing from that and sing. Soprano 2 and alto. Soprano 1, sing with soprano 2s. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. How happy are we to get to that D major chord? So happy to get to the D major chord. All right, everybody on soprano 1. See how she knew where I was going to go? Now, since we sang the soprano 2, if you look with your eyes, you can see that 42, the first system, the rhythm is identical with the soprano 2, right? The second system, soprano 2 has that extra and sing in 47. But other than that, the rhythm for soprano 1 is identical with soprano 2. All right, and octave lower if you prefer. 3, 4. Know these rags as your only protection, and yet still soprano 1. Sing on F sharp don't work. So just as a reminder to you, look from 43 into 44. It says G sharp to B flat. That is not a third. Play G sharp to B flat. Remember the whole steps we did before, because G sharp is A flat and A flat to B flat is a whole step, not a third. Okay, one more time, soprano, because they have the only melodically tricky stuff here. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Good breath. And we're so happy to get here. All right. Let's put 3 parts together.
So I noticed there's a crescendo for sopranos and soprano twos on measure 48 and 49, but not for.
Yeah, I think it's for everybody, but we will figure that out when we put it all together. Yeah, I mean, I think that there's a sense of growing energy, and it's possible that she felt that putting a crescendo down there for the altos would result in some pushing, especially on that A.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 part. 2, 3, 4. And it's so much easier to hit that F sharp right when everybody's doing the chord. Good. Back it up. Back it up. Okay, so this section, which I labeled the C section, starts at measure 37. Okay, so there's a few more measures that lead into that thing. I suggest that you write in your score here what's coming next on the next page, and be prepared to turn at the bottom of page 7. Because if you notice, it's of your pride to know. And we don't want of your pride to know these rags, because that would kind of ruin the tension. So soprano twos, remember when I said you're partners with everybody? So if you the tattered remnants of your pride. You cannot do remnants tattered remnants of your pride. Of your pride to know the. Yeah, she wants. This is going on and on and on. My internal vision is when you have that obsessive thought that is just going around and around and around and around in your head, and we all have them, about whatever. I will borrow from somebody. What time do I need to leave? If I leave now, I'm going to be early. If I leave later, I'm going to be late. Should I leave now? But now I'm going to be. And you get into a loop, right? We've all done it. So about something or other. So I think this is that. So the soprano twos, you're with everybody. The alti and the sopranos alter, and the soprano ones alter. Tattered remnant. On those long notes, on the whole notes, tattered remnant. Yeah. Don't even think about the tsa until you get to the next. Can we speak 3 parts at measure 38? 3, 4. Tattered remnants, tattered remnants. Okay. What did I say you can't do? Remnants of. Remnants of. There cannot be a break between nunts and the next thing. No breaks. It's blended over. Remnants of. Yeah, so if we look at the soprano 1, tattered remnants of your pride to know.
This is hard on the singing voice too.
Yeah, it's dirge. Yeah, it says exactly, almost dirge-like. Okay, so yeah, but once you put it together, then it, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Speaking. We'll start at 37, so you get prepare the. I'm going to start. If I hear t, remnants of, I'm going to stop you. Remnants of, ta. Okay, here we go. 3, 4. The, tattered remnant, tattered remnant of your pride, to know these rags, etc. Okay, let's do the pitches. Not a lot of pitch changes. Yeah, soprano 2, you get to move around a little bit. So let's read it with pitches. Read it with the pitches. Yeah. 3, 4. The tattered remnant, remnants of your pride, to know these rights as your only protection, Okay, yeah, chill, just chill soprano ones. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, back up. Measure 29. So the good news, soprano 1s and 2s, is that you're singing in unison, right? The bad news is those lovely whole steps and half steps. All right, listen once. Neely, could you play all 3 parts if you don't mind? Okay, so this, when you hear it in the midst, you're like, where the heck do I find my note from? Okay, so right at 29, everybody on the soprano 1 or soprano 2, it's the same thing. And we want, let's do do's, please. Do, 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 do. And I want the rests to be clean. Space on the rests. 3, 4. Off. 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 Okay, so let's
Is that
fix.
not a typo at 34? Should, if it's tied over, should have been, the F sharp should be, do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, it
Because
should.
of the accident in the
Yeah.
second and half read, so
It's
F sharp, F natural.
it's
F sharp.
actually the software. If it's tied to a natural, it won't let you put it in the next measure.
Yeah, but she's in Boulder.
Yeah.
Let's call her.
She's not. I don't think she's in Boulder anymore. But yeah, it's definitely an F natural tied to it. Yeah. Measure 34 in the sopranos. It's an F natural tied to an F natural. Okay. Text. Witness defeat. Suffer, cross out the R. Suffer contempt. Shrink. So that quarter note in measure 32 is going to turn into an 8th note. And the is going to be on that second eighth note. Shriek, lose, face, same thing. Sorry, lose. It should be lose. It's. I looked at the poem. It's lose. It's lose face. It's in the poem. It is lose face.
That's what it is in the alto line. It's just a typo.
Yes.
It's in the sopranos. Yeah. Ink, lose, face. Same thing. 33, quarter note in the soprano 1 and 2 turns into an eighth note on that the eighth note, and she's got a lift. Yeah. Anybody lost?
Was there a lift?
Yes. Well, I mean, we're putting that rest in there. Shrink, lose face, retreat to the last dock, D-A-H-K, dock, hiding place, and play, P-L-E-L-E-H, please, for the place, play, not play. Okay, Alti, we'll get to you in a second. Can we speak soprano 1 and 2, wherever it is you put in your notes on the consonants? And I guess we're not getting to Yeshua 3, 29. 29, speaking text with the consonants on the rest. 3, 4. Witness, defeat, suffer, content, shrink, lose face, no, not lose face, get off. Yeah, on the eighth note. I said the quarter note turns into an eighth note, and the eighth rest has the sip. Yeah. So, lose face, retreat to the last dark hiding place. And again, place becomes P-L-E-H, play, not place, because that's really ugly. So soprano, alti, witness, defeat, suffer, contempt, shrink, to lose, to lose, retreat. Sorry, I've added a 2. Yeah.
What?
One more.
Shrink to shrink.
Shrink to, shrink to shrink, lose. There's no face in the alto part.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. My eyes skipped the line. My bad. Lose face. The poem says lose face. It's in the front of the score of the opening of it. Lose face. It's a typo. Lose face. Lose face. Yeah. All right. Neely's going to play parts.
Sorry, just question.
Yes.
The alto. So
Yeah.
we're not doing any lifts like the.
You have shrink to shrink.
There is no snare.
Yeah, you got to lift there, and face is going to be lovely fun because you're just going to have to stagger. Well, there's six. Fair, and I will cue that final. So if we watch, we'll all be together. Neely is going to play your parts with you, and you're going to just do the best that you can to go from there, and then continue into 37. And does the piano help you? No, it does not. However, look at your last note on measure 36 and your first note on measure 37, and it is the same note, despite the fact that the piano is going to play a B flat against the alto. But you can remember your note. It's all good. It's Rachel's fault. She wanted harder music. Here we go. Witnessing. 3, 4. Witnessing feet. Suffer contempt. Shrink to shrivelers. Retreat to last. Dark. Breathe when you need out ease. What the All right, nice job, everyone. Before we call it a night, let's review the beginning. She has low altos.
She doesn't like the alto.
She's got low. I think when we're in 3-part, you and Jan are singing soprano too.
We'll do whatever
Yeah.
you want,
So that's why I talked about switching.
whatever you want.
Yeah. Let's just remind ourselves so we don't forget what we did at the beginning. So we're going to sing the first 2 pages, and then we will call it a night. Oh, before I forget, next Thursday we're going till 8:30. Next week we go till 8:30. We start our conversation. Who are you? At 7:45. Outsiders, i.e., non-singers, are invited to participate in those conversations if they would like to be part of the If Not Now project with Unity Project Colorado Springs. No audience is invited. So anybody who comes is going to be expect to be an active participant. I will send you a prompt, but for those of you who do better with verbal rather than written, the question, who are you? We all have multiple identities. And it's funny, I got a letter from HEA today, and there's a quote from somebody who says, I am a Jewish, Korean, American mother, wife, member of HEA, right? And so we all have these labels. Depending on where we are, we're going to give us different labels. We're going to give them in different order. So I want you to think about that consciously, because sometimes we say them and we don't even realize that the order matters. It makes a difference in what we are telling other people about ourselves. And so I'll give a little bit of introduction. We're going to break up into small groups because it's just going to be hard, even if it's just us with 17 or 18 of us, whoever. I know some people are leaving early, some people are away. However many we are, if we all want to talk, it's going to take a very long time. And so similar to the other team buildings that we did, we'll be in small groups, probably more than 2, and share and discuss, and then come back and present to each other and talk about what we heard. Because sometimes what you say is important, but is what you're saying and what the other person heard what you intended for them to hear? And so I'm sure I don't have to explain to you how that factors into conversations about race and religion and equity and inclusiveness and all that good stuff. All right, top of the piece, anyone can sing. Neely's playing her part and you're singing your part, and let's see how we do. Anyone can sing. spectacular, isn't it? The chairs were stacked. I know they're going to move everything around, so I don't think they care where the chairs are. We just do need to move the piano back into the corner. Wishing everybody a Shana Tova.
Well, it should be. Let's say
So
wonderful setting of
that's why I asked. Yeah.
There you go. And right behind you. Did you know you're the Mozart Requiem with I?